Thus far in this module, we considered pre-caching. So we clearly defined which items we want to store in the cache, and therefore if we wanted to fetch anything else from the cache, it just failed. You can also add items dynamically to the cache. Maybe you don't want to pre-cache them because you don't want to bloat the cache right at the beginning during installation. But you want to make sure that, for example, that thing with the icons which issue an extra HTTP request, that something like that works. Or that if the user visited a page, that he's able to visit it again in the future because you fetched or stored the already fetched items. So in the end, you want to dynamically add items to the cache. So we still have our setup with index.html app.js file, but anywhere in these files, you issue a fetch event, either because some resource is fetched through an import in the HTML file, or you request something manually through a fetch event in the app.js file. In both cases, you maybe want to store that in your cache. So you access the cache, you then reach out to the network and fetch the resource, and the fetched resource can then be stored in the cache. Since you got it anyways, the request was sent anyways, of course when you had internet connection. So dynamic caching here means that you dynamically add items to the cache. Not necessarily that you cache dynamic content like user-created posts or something like that. I'll show you a special technique for such content later in the course. For now, let's stick to assets like file, image files, script files, and so on. These, however, also can be added dynamically because you store them when you need them or when you got them. Let me show you how it works in our code.